Thinking of moving to Australia for higher studies? Well, then you must be given tips to study, how to do well, and how to apply for the colleges and everything. But the main challenge arises when you actually step into the country and face a reality. Hello and welcome to Edutrainex, one of the best online platforms for PT preparation and your buddy to guide you through the visa application. I am Nandini Watts, and today in this video, I'll be telling you about the challenges that students face while studying in Australia and how to overcome them. So while you are studying abroad, it is perfectly normal to face challenges. To away from home is definitely painful. Along with it, the inaccessibility to the same citizen protections and entitlements as the average citizen in Australia can also be troublesome. So besides these challenges, international students also face issues such as finance, language barriers, visa complications, culture shock, and homesickness. So watch the video till the end because I'll tell you in detail what problems international students face and how you can overcome them. The first one is the difference in the education system. So it is very common to find some differences in the education system of a country when you plan to study there. So you might face challenges in understanding your homework, your assessment, your exams, understanding the concepts or referencing. Now, how to deal with it? See, most of the universities in Australia have a really good support system for students who are finding it difficult to study the course. So contact the support office from your educational institute. They can arrange additional help like tutorials or one-on-one sessions with study buddies. And in my suggestion, you should also make sure that you attend all the lectures and tutorials. Consistency in your lectures will help you understand the concepts better. The next one in the list is somewhat related to the previous one, that is understanding lectures or the lecturers. So due to the language barrier or different accents, international students sometimes find it difficult to understand their lecturers, trainers or tutors. And when they don't understand the concepts and study well, they get frustrated and decide to change their study course. So the best way to overcome this problem is to speak to your lecturer or tutor and ask them general questions regarding their studies. And in Australia, you will find the lecturers very friendly, so it will be easier for you to interact with them. The more you interact, the more idea you will get about how to shape your career and future properly. The next one in the list is finding work. So as an international student, finding a job in Australia is difficult and many international students face the same challenge. So getting your first job in Australia requires referrals. So you can get a referral from a friend or colleague at your current or previous workplace. So a job referral from someone already employed in the industry will make it much easier for you to find a new one. So if you know people in Australia, contact them and ask for assistance. If you don't know anyone, then start developing networks and contacts with other people and try to find a job through referrals. Next is the cultural difference between workplaces. So as you already know, most students go for part-time jobs to earn money to support their expenses and get work experience. So as they face differences in the education system, they also face difficulty in adjusting to the workplace culture. So Australians have different work habits, schedules, etiquette and expectations. And adding to the trouble, if you don't speak English well, it can be hard for you to understand your co-workers. So that is why it is made sure at the beginning itself that you speak and understand English very well. So as a newbie, it might take several days to a few months to adjust to a new environment, but gradually you will start understanding them, their work and their language. And if you're not able to understand a few things at work, then feel free to take help from your friends or colleagues. The Australians are always happy to help. So when you start to get along with everything at work, then comes the next challenge, that is exploitation at work. So unfortunately, some international students do face exploitation at work in Australia, and it is illegal in Australia to exploit any worker, but some businesses do so due to the visa restrictions. So to deal with such sort of situation, you must understand your work rights even before you start working. And when you're planning to go to Australia, then at first instance itself, the problem that occurs is to find accommodation, and if you have got one, then sharing it with others. So finding accommodation becomes a challenge, especially if you are looking for a cheaper one. To deal with it, you can choose to share accommodation with other people to save money on rental costs. There are several platforms where you can look for shared rooms like Facebook groups, flatmates, etc. When you have got the room, sharing it becomes a problem. Well, it is difficult to find someone with the same understanding as yours. So everyone is different and everyone lives his or her life differently. So to deal with it smoothly, make sure you communicate well and make rules from the beginning so that everyone knows what to do and what not to do from the beginning itself. And as I said that in a new place you will find cultural difference, so Australian etiquette and rules will also be different. If you are unfamiliar with them, you may have difficulty adapting to the rules, regulations, systems, general manners, etiquette and the Australian way of life. So I strongly recommend you to understand the systems because the fines here are extremely high. If you breach any law, you could get a huge penalty for that. So attend the orientation program at your education institute because they usually cover life information in Australia in these programs. And the easiest way is to befriend any locals so that they guide you and give you real life examples regarding the rules and regulations. Coming to the end is feeling homesick. So homesickness is a common problem in international students and it is obvious to feel so. You are away from your family and friends and most likely you are going to miss them. So to overcome this, make sure you stay in touch with them. Inform them regularly about your personal life, how your life is going, and ask them about their well-being as well. Just stay connected. And the last one on our list is settling down in Australia. So this is one of the biggest challenges that students face. So many international students fall in love with Australia after studying here for a while and want to reside here permanently. So even though the student's visa primary purpose is to study here, some students are eligible for permanent residency following their studies through Australia's Skill Select program. So to overcome this challenge, consult a registered migration agent about your career plans for studying and settling in Australia. If you want to know the top courses to study in Australia to get PR, then you can watch my video on it. I'll put the link in the description below. I hope you find this information about the challenges international students face in Australia and how to overcome them very useful. If you are an international student, we would love to hear in the comment box about the challenges you are facing or have faced in the past. Stay tuned for more information update like this. Till then, take care.